stand for anything because we're now streaming live.
You are live. Turns out there
Alive.
are actually people who watch this later
Oh,
on.
we're live. Good morning, brothers and sisters in Christ.
We're actually moving. We're
And we're
alive.
very neutral set of people. We have no opinions, strong opinions about certain topics in politics, social life.
Anything we say, Doghouse Theater is not responsible.
Right.
And despite the earthquake, we are
I
still
just
alive.
utopia.
Anyway, yeah. As someone who has no popular opinions, I keep my mouth shut most of the time anyway. Okay, so let's do the thing. Anyone have a thought, improv related? I know you were shaken out of your slumbers and all that. But anything?
Joy.
We were just talking about Improv Asia. Is that the title? Yeah.
Improvisation.
Improvisation.
Yeah. So we were talking if like our group could like join like that.
The Tao group.
Are we considered the TWI affiliate? Because I think that thing is for third world improv groups and third world improv affiliates. I don't know what affiliates mean.
We have no idea.
What do
Does
you mean
anyone
third world? What do you mean third world? Only third world countries can
No,
join.
it's a group.
third
It's
world
a theater
improv.
group. It's a theater
Third
group.
world improv.
Just kidding, just kidding.
The group of Gabe.
Don't know.
Anyway.
That has nothing to do with me. I don't know. But
I think the objective was Joy was to hire you as a mentor.
Because also the deadline for applications is Sunday. And sorry, Tom doesn't know what we're talking about.
We can talk about that offline. I guess.
Let's talk about it offline.
Yeah.
Now that Josh is here.
Has nothing to do with me, as far as I know.
Hmm.
So.
Wow, nice music.
What is that?
Bakit may
Music
background
box.
music?
It's a
Somebody
music
coming
box.
to.
Hello. Wait.
I don't think it's Tom, right? I don't think Tom would choose
Josh, we
that.
love your music.
Yeah. Are you coming to us from an elevator?
Elevator music, exactly. I was gonna say.
Where's
Josh
your
was the
face,
most
Josh?
panicked last night. It was only me, Lilith, and Ella, and Josh were up, right?
Actually, I
And
didn't
Josh was like,
sleep.
exclamation points, exclamation points.
I haven't slept. It's like I was
wow.
very afraid, so I didn't sleep.
Wow.
So I just I
Only
Did
because
you-
Andy
did you-
wasn't beside him.
Did you hug and protect Andrea?
No, she was in the other house, right, Josh?
in the other house, and I was
Oh.
calling her. She's not
Kaya siya panic.
waking up. She's fast asleep.
I think I know why Josh is late. He had to fix his hair.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
But
It was
Josh, hindi
rocked
ka
by
pa
the
sanay. Bakit natakot ka? Masyado.
You see,
I have
that's
a question
scary
for
because-
Tom.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yes, Tom. I was wondering what type of long form improv do you usually do? What is your favorite and why?
There's no one kind, but I can tell you that tomorrow night, tomorrow night, your 9 o'clock, your 7:30 in the morning. We've got an improv show tomorrow night. We had a show tonight, but it's half stand-up comedy and half improv. And we have stand-up comedians, and then we improvise to what the stand-up comedians do, and we keep alternating. But tomorrow night is all long form, and my team will be performing, and another team from Sick Puppies will be performing. And so I know that the formats that we're going to be doing, one of them is a narrative, but it's a narrative. We've tried to do it here once or twice, and we'll do it again at some point, where we build a narrative kind of like Legos. We start from with scenes that are very far apart in meaning, and then we try to figure out little by little how they could possibly be intertwined. And once again, random, create chaos, turn it into order. That's about a 25-minute piece. We do a thing called a movie,
Wow,
which
nice.
which is usually it's me. I'm kind of narrating, directing this movie, and we have close-ups and far and cut twos and all that and crazy stuff, and it's very fun to watch. If someone said you could only do one kind of improv again for the rest of your life, I would do duos. I think they're the best thing. My old partner and I, she and I used to do duos everywhere, and we were at a festival that was for duos and trios only in Tampa for a couple of years, and we also did it elsewhere. If you do it right, if you've really got some kind of chemistry, if you got the techniques right, and you don't have to do a lot of crazy stuff. You don't have to add a lot of crazy elements just to make it weird. I think there's nothing better. I've seen some incredible duos, just mind blowing.
How long is that act on the average?
It depends. In the festivals that we were in, our pieces were either 25 or 45 minutes. We've also
45. Wow.
Yeah, and you can when you're doing a duo, you can break it up. You can do a 2-person scene that then turns into something else that turns into something else. So if you're doing it well, believe me, 45 minutes is just great, and it's interesting to watch and fun. You can really explore all kinds of techniques, and you can do flashbacks and callbacks and just quickly turn into a different scene entirely and come back. There's no limit to what you can do. And I'm interested in making the most from the least. That it's not hard to think that a 7-person cast can entertain you for an hour. I like the idea that 2 people can do it. So that's kind of my favorite thing. People do Heralds. I don't know if you know what a Herald is. It's a format. Good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of this and that way about Heralds. I've done a million of them, and
Why are you this and that about Heralds?
And it works, right?
This and that about Heralds because on the minus side, on this one, I've done a million of them.
Okay.
And they tend, unless you get a really incredible tight knit group together, they tend to just become similar after a while. Hey, everybody, get in here. Let's do this thing. And it's like, why? It's just random. And I think if they went back today in time, in a time machine, and had to reinvent the Herald again, I think they'd make it different than it was. Because I don't know why you need to, what the purpose of those group games are in the middle. I think they just confuse the audience and who are already
the palate cleansers.
Right, exactly. They're palate cleansers, but the audience doesn't know they're palate cleansers. They just think they're being hosed down. They have no idea. They don't know what's going on.
We don't know that either.
Well, I know they don't know what's going on to begin with.
I've watched some Heralds and they look pretty seamless.
Yeah,
the ones I watched, at least to me.
So I'm just telling you the negative and part. And a lot of people think they can do them, but they really can't.
Yeah.
So they just become 25 minutes of I'd rather have a dentist drill in my mouth than watch that. You know, I feel when I do a Herald, I don't feel like I'm performing. I feel like I'm inflicting it on people. The plus side is if people really are good at it, if you really know the basis of it, and then you can turn it into some other thing, it can be really great. I saw an incredible troupe up in Chicago called The Reckoning, and I didn't know anything about them. And they were at a place called the Annoyance Theater, and
The Reckoning of the Annoyance.
Yeah, the Annoyance. It's a well-known theater in Chicago, so the first time I saw them, it looked like they were doing a movie or a narrative, but something very, very strange but interesting. And it wasn't until it was over that I realized, oh my God, that was a Herald. Holy crap. So they really managed to take the form and turn it into something that was seamless artwork. And it was amazing. It really was. And as I said, I watched and I didn't realize it was a Herald until it was almost over. And I thought, holy shit, it's all, oh my God, that was and it's, oh, beautiful. So it's possible to do great stuff. Just most people don't. And it just turns into, which beat is it? Okay, let's you and I do the thing that everyone knows we're about to do, you know. And so
just like everything, it depends on who's doing it.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
The level of
because Heralds are taught, you know, people are, you know, hey, if you're doing improv, you have to do a Herald. So everyone winds up doing a Herald. It's like, hey, you have to play the piano. Well, I'm not sure I want to hear everybody playing the piano. So it's. I used to run a show every month called the Miami Herald. There's a newspaper down there called the Miami Herald, so it's a joke. And we would have people from all over the state come down just to perform a Herald. We'd have 3 troops down there every month, and it was great. But then it's also kind of repetitive, you know. You kind of knew what was about to happen. It was very rare that somebody came up with something that was just outside the box. So,
do you still perform or you just direct?
Of course, I perform. I just finished.
You still perform? That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I just came home from doing that.
As a cat?
No, as everything. One of my favorite people to work with in my troupe these days performed last week, and one of the things she was an avocado. So,
do you post your performances somewhere? Can we watch them?
We don't usually record them, partly because I sometimes just forget to record them, and I just don't know how that stuff translates into video. You know, it just doesn't. There are some things online. And there is one performance from like a year or so ago, almost 2 years ago, of a part of my team doing the movie. It's not the best group that did it, but at least you can see what it is. I'll show it to you if you want sometime, but I'll give you a link. Somebody recorded it on their iPhone and sent it to me, so that's how I have it. But no, we don't really do that because neither Casey, my partner, nor I kind of don't really believe in it.
You have to be there. Improv is really that.
You kind of have to be there. It's like somebody who goes to the wedding and you didn't go, but they bring home a piece of the wedding cake and freeze it, and then 2 days later they say, here's some of the wedding cake from the wedding you missed.
It's never ever the same.
It's not the same.
It's fleeting.
Yes, it is. It's ephemeral, as they say. Okay. Any other? So does that answer your question at all? I mean,
I think
it kind of went around with Heralds and shit.
I was just wondering because you mentioned that you love duos, improv duos, and you've done a lot before. And I also I also remember that you mentioned before that you're not really into online improv. But now that we're doing Tom's Carousel, the format that we like to call Tom's Carousel, where it's a bunch of duos, how do you feel about duos before and now online?
Um, uh, I hate everything we do. No, I'm just kidding.
I felt
Especially
that.
with us. Especially with us.
I know it. I know it. I know it.
Another
felt it.
earthquake. Another
That's why you
earthquake.
cut
That
us
hurt.
down to one.
He cannot
That's
drink
so deep.
after the show because
No,
of us.
seriously. How do I feel? Well, first of all, my thought originally wasn't that when you do improv online, it's not fun to do. I just don't know whether I, as an audience member, would want to watch it. Compared to all the other things I could watch, it still loses something. It's, as I think duos work better than any other improv online, because it forces a connection, and you don't have all this crazy stuff that you're trying to do that just doesn't work with rectangles. So I think it's cool when we do it. I don't know if I could sell tickets to it. I don't know. Maybe other improvisers would find it interesting, but then I'm that way. I can never understand why anybody buys a ticket to watch me do anything. So
I can totally relate to that, Tom. As an improviser, it's good to play with people online. It doesn't really take out the experience. But whenever I watch even my favorite groups online, it's not the same. You kind of zone out eventually. So.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to do. You can learn a lot. You really can. It's just one of those things. I don't know if you know baseball at all, but when you're the next batter, you're in the on deck circle, and you've got your bat, and you put this really heavy ring, that's like a donut, on your bat to make it really heavy, and you just swing it around and swing it around and swing it around. And now when you're up, you take that thing off your bat and you go and you bat, and so now your bat feels really light. So you you can swing it faster and harder than you could before, because so if you can do decent improv here, then you can do it anywhere. This is hard to do. So the thing that we do here, the emotions that we use, the connections, the little tricks of the randomness and the chaos and all that stuff, that makes this kind of come alive. So if that's the kind of improv you're doing online, it's probably cool. If you're doing premise improv online, here's the funny thing I just thought of. Now you have to go along with it. It's not as cool as online. But if you can connect here, imagine what it's like to be in person. I mean, the things you learn here will make it so much easier to do it in person. I find that. So I think there's a place for it. I just don't know that it's entertaining enough to non-improvisers or to other than outside a select demographic of people.
Plus, you don't have the instant reaction to be able to gauge.
Well, it's true. Well, what you have is silence, and you have to kind of get used to that live too, because sometimes that's all you get. Sometimes you don't get the reaction that you get live is silence, and they don't know what the hell you're doing, and somebody's singing. So you have to get used to that too.
It's like having Zoom meetings and actual meetings.
I guess. I've always found actual meetings pretty deadly. I avoid them, but this is worth something. And if you take a David Rosowski workshop, I think he's got one coming up.
How do you spell that name?
Raz, R-A-Z, Owsky, O-W-S-K-Y.
Okay.
Although it's being run by a group in England, so it's in pounds, and it's
wow.
like 200 pounds to join. So I won't be there. But yeah, it's worth it. But what's it worth? You know.
Yep.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. But do we still have time for one last question, though?
We have as much time as it takes for the next earthquake to hit. So go ahead.
All right. I was wondering if you can improve the Herald format to make it Tom's Herald. What kind of element would you think would be nice to include to make it work or to make it better?
Well, I can't tell you about Tom's Herald, but I'll tell you something incredible that I've seen. And it was a group. They were originally out of Chicago, but now they're also in LA, and who knows where they are. Called Improvised Shakespeare, and they improvise a Shakespeare play based upon some suggestion. And so, when I've seen them, there's usually only 3 of them. I mean, there's a bunch of them, but there's only 3 that perform at any one time in a group. They travel all over the place. And they wear Shakespearean type costume type things, you know, leggings and tunics and stuff like that. And it starts, they get some input. They come up with the name of this Shakespearean play. And somebody comes out and narrates a little bit, like you would in some Shakespeare plays, like Henry V or whatever, when someone tells you poetically what's about to happen. So someone does that, and it's brilliant, and usually it rhymes, and it's very it's just one person doing a soliloquy about what's about to happen. Then you see 3 scenes, and the actors play more than one character, usually 2 or 3 different characters. And you see 3 scenes, 2 scenes between these 2 people, 2 scenes between completely different characters. I mean, a scene, and another scene with completely different characters. Then there's usually drinking, and somebody sings a song drinking, or maybe there's a sword fight, or maybe there's a dance, and then there's more scenes. The point is that it's a Herald, but they extend it. They don't just do 3; they do 5, and they make it an hour and a half. And so the in-between things, the songs, the sword fights, the dances, the drinking songs, the choreograph, all that stuff. That's the palate cleanser in the group games. And then as it goes along, you start to see the things from each scene begin to enter other scenes together. And now this person is in a scene with this person, and then at the very end, it all comes together, and they all have to play 2 or 3 different characters in the same scene. And there's another big sword fight, or there's a wedding, or everyone dies, or everyone gets married, and it's amazing. And it's all done in Shakespearean language, because these guys really know their shit. That's fucking amazing. Sorry, that's amazing. So I've seen them a number of times, and I've gotten to know some of them and got some instruction workshops and stuff from some of those guys. So that we in Miami years ago set up Fakespeare, which is exactly the same thing, only it adds music. We would do songs within all that stuff. So I think that is a hell of a cool thing to do with the Herald. It's a good platform to make other things with. Like if you need to do some big thing, it's like, okay, why don't we do this in the form of a Herald?
A question: if a director's involved and there's a person guiding the troupe, no, that could be a Herald already, because he's kind of guiding everything back and putting things into place. Is that considered a Herald already in that regard?
No, not really. I mean, a Herald is a certain format, a thing that happens at the beginning, 3 separate scenes that pull from that, group game, swap it around. You figure out what kind of a pull you're going to do. Are you going to do a narrative pull, a thematic pull, a character pull, and pull something and change it around, another little sandwich thing, and then try to squeeze them all together. So that's kind of Herald. So it's the format.
It's
But
not actually.
a director can say, we want to do this thing. We tried when we first started doing musical improv, creating musicals. We originally tried to do it in the form of Herald, but we found that it doesn't work. It's too clunky and it doesn't work. It's too rigid. So we stopped.
Got it. Can I ask another question? I want to know how everybody or anyone who wants to answer this. Why did you get into improv? I don't know. I just want to know.
Nice question.
I really just want to know. I'm really curious what got, because improv is such a, it's not that usual. It's a bit niche, right? And everybody just wants to be an actor instantly in show business and what. But improv is a different animal. I just want to know what, Tom. Can I?
Yeah.
What got you? What got you? What was the main thing that really got you into improv?
Well, I'll tell you. Why doesn't everybody else answer that?
Candidate from Quezon City, George.
Hello, everybody. For me, I actually wasn't planning on doing improv until one day or one night I saw a show of Spit, which is the premier improv group in the Philippines. And when I saw that, I told myself, wow, this is so much fun. It's unscripted, it's unplanned. And I told myself, I could totally do this, not knowing that there are actually classes going on. So when I took the teaser class, I never looked back. I went from level 1 to level 5, and then pandemic happened, and here I am.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm doing this and that I keep on doing it is because I really find the joy in doing improv, creating something, being able to build something from my scene partners. You could be doing short form improv or long form improv or duos. When you as you do it more, you'll realize more how much fun and how much value it can give your life. Not only in being skillful in improvising in plays or in shows, but in your life. You can apply improv in your life, and you'll be able to know why as you go on and take more workshops and classes.
For me, my life is unplanned ever since. So I took up chem, and then I just tried writing. And then one time during pandemic, I had two tragedies. So I caught up with Josh and Andy, and they told me to try Tom's Improv. It was my first time. So I always try the unexplored, and it helps me as a writer.
Galing, galing. How about you, Joy?
Um, I I just explored the improv because of a work of art before. Merging the scripted and the improv is a great work, and when strategy also like Lilith, I'm a person of who wanted to know what will happen in the future. I love to be in control. I'm an alpha woman, and it just broke my heart. And then suddenly I realized that like improv life is, you should be open to opportunities and be prepared if it will work or not, like in improv. So improv has a lot of like an instrument of healing for me, and an instrument of wisdom too, to be just prepared for whatever happen. Just let life happen. Yeah.
Nice. So you can see I want to know.
No, for me, it's just something fun to do. I enjoy doing it in the beginning, and I like how I laugh when I do it. And when I watch people do it, I like the way I laugh when I do improv. So it's something that I decided that I want to keep doing. And eventually, just very recently, I decided that I want to be good at it. And to the point that, I'd be confident to do shows and pair up with people like you guys, and even from outside of the Philippines. So yeah, that's my motivation right now.
Josh.
Um,
I am.
okay.
Sorry.
This
because
sounds like
we're doing this
an alcoholic
online.
sharing.
Um, I did improv together with George and Chrissy. We did the teaser class together, and then decided to do levels 1 to 5 together. So we're actually teammates, and in a group called Karambola. And my reason for joining at the time was I just wanted to try something new. And my friend told me that Gabe Mercado was giving a teaser class, and because he was Gabe, I went. And then I just super enjoyed it, and also uh, like my group so much that I continue doing it with them. So now I do it because, like Chrissy, I'm at the point where I want to be good at it because I have the basics already. So now I just want to like see how I can stretch myself further so I can be a good improviser.
Nice. Okay. I'm
Uh,
recording.
me, I went in the same improv school with George and Chris and M. Um, I, 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 I tried improv because of Whose Line Is It Anyway, the show. But after my second class, it it's not about uh whose line is it anyway anymore. It's different. And then after a long while, like doing improv, I watched this performance of Wayne Brady where he said doing improv has a meditative aspect in it. So like wow, I'll do this. I'll do some more. So yeah, go Joss.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello. Actually, I don't know. I've, I've been doing I've been doing improv since I was way back 2016 when I was unemployed and I don't have any job, and I was doing all this improvised resume on the spot, and just employed, and then I got this job. I was at an escape room in Malate, where
Oh,
escape room in Harrison Plaza, where
yeah.
the dappers and the mandurukots, all the snatchers are
The
there.
goons.
The goons inside Harrison Plaza, and then I was employed in here in this escape room. I was earning like 60 pesos per hour, and then it got
Wow.
20 pesos per hour, and then I was like 20 pesos. I have to do 5 hours, so I have 100 pesos a day. Yeah. And then I was like, that I have to do something just to. I am the only actor here, and then all my co-actors will leave. So I will own this, this role. So I didn't stick to the script. I was like doing all these made up words, and then
You were doing improv
I was
already
doing
in work.
the script says, hey, fools, do you want to leave? Blah, blah, blah. No, I was doing, hey, why are you here? Why are you, why are you here? Do you want to die? Or you, I make something, depends on the customer. It depends on my customer who's inside the escape room.
Galing. That's
I am
interesting.
reading them.
Nice.
And then after that, I have theater gigs and film gigs, etc. It's just my stepping stone. And then I met Andrea, and she's doing improv live, and I was like, oh my god, I was doing it my whole life. And then, this is like this pandemic,
That's
I am
interesting.
able to do it again. So yeah,
Galing.
very fun.
In my case, I'm same with Lilith. I'm a writer. I'm a screenwriter.
Ah, you're
So
a
it really,
writer.
really helps me a lot. I'll do a shameless plug, huh? I have a Cinemalaya entry. It's top
Oh,
five.
good luck.
It's called
Oh,
Congrats.
nice.
Wow.
I'll put it on our group.
Congrats.
I hope you guys watch it. Tom, if you have the time, please try to screen it. It's a short film that well, it's a full length, but we didn't have the budget, so we scaled it down to a short film.
You should
What,
send
what's
Tom
the
a video
title
link.
again? What's the
I'm
title
sorry.
again?
Crossing. Crossing.
Crossing.
And it's about
It's about a hold upper in a bus. Crossing.
Hold Upper. Okay.
Ah, the
Crossing.
And on that
intersection.
note, we end this show. Thank you very much for that wonderful
Thank you
question,
very much for
LC.
joining the LC hour.
No, I really want to know, and I recorded it because it's very
No, that's
interesting for me
interesting. We
just to
never
know
asked
why,
each other.
why.
We never asked each other that. Thank you, Elsie.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
yeah.
listening, Tom.
You guys never did? Oh, you should. I mean, yeah. Well,
Maybe because
if Tom would,
we kind of
yes,
knew
go
each
ahead.
other. We kind of know each other, so we didn't have to ask. But yeah,
Ah, but me, I'm very new here in this group.
that's right.
I don't know anyone, so I'm very happy. This is really a big help, guys. It's my Saturday. It's my favorite thing on a weekend nowadays. And
Actually, I won't know these guys if I didn't join Tao.
right. I have to
Yeah,
thank
I met
Andy.
them all here.
Right. Tom, thank you again so much. This has been. If you
Parang
can
show ni
honor us
Elsie.
with the reason why you started, if you would be so kind, if give us a short reason for
Okay.
what made you start the whole improv.
For me, it was the women and the drugs.
I knew it all along. I knew it.
Entirely believable. Huh?
Yeah, each one made the other one bearable. No, I think I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm one of those people who really embraces the randomness thing. So my life is that way. So I don't really give it a lot of thought. Someone once said an unexamined life is not worth living. Or something like that. Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's just a ton of bullshit. I think an examined life is if you examine your life.
I think you should examine your life all the time.
I think you should.
If you think, but if you think you know what the hell's going on because you have an opinion
That's a
about
different thing.
your life, you're delusional.
That's a
Yeah.
different thing, though. But do
Yeah.
not examine. Huh?
Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather just do whatever
So
it is.
true. Amen.
It's a balance. Everything's all
But
about balance.
I think the whole reason for why we gravitate into improv is life is just it's a random chaos. We
I don't
just
know.
had a random
Yeah.
earthquake a while ago.
I
It
don't
just happens. We can't predict that, and that's something that's how life is.
And then we die.
Then we die. That's just how it is. That's why live your life to the
Before-
fullest.
I don't know.
But before we
don't know.
die, are you ready to do some?
That's the
random
reason I'm not
chaos?
doing accounting.
I don't know.
That's
And
the reason
I don't
I'm
know, and I
broke.
don't want to know. I don't care to know.
That's true.
That's how I do scenes. That's how I do life. I don't want to know. Don't care.
Yeah, I just don't. If I'm gonna die, I just don't want to be there when it happens. That's
Yeah.
my take on it.
Did
Yeah.
you start the school?
Yeah. I just don't want to die of anything that I can't spell. I'm really, I'm big into spelling. So if I can't spell it, that would just add insult to injury. I don't have a serious answer. I can tell you one thing that's true. I realized about myself many, many years ago. I'm a team player. That's what I am. I'm good at being a team player. I'm not good at, not interested in not. I've done stand-up comedy. I can do stand-up comedy. And funny thing is, when I do stand-up comedy and it works and it's funny and people laugh, I get almost nothing out of it. Nothing. When I'm done and I walk off the stage, I have no sense of accomplishment, no sense of anything. It's just so what. But when
you feel
when we
empty.
all come together and something works like a symphony, that is a sense of accomplishment that not many people get to feel.
Yeah.
So
I guess
maybe that.
So you don't do stand up at all anymore?
I do some. I did some last week at my place. We do stand-up comedy every Friday. Sometimes I have to do it.
You
But
still don't get anything from it?
nothing at all. Nothing. It's really odd. You'd think. I mean, in the moment, it's nice when you're not failing. But when you're done, even if it's great, it feels good for about 10 seconds, and then it's gone.
Just like one night stands.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Oh, we're live. Sorry, we're live.
I'm not. I don't know. Even
That's
with
why he
that,
doesn't
don't know
know.
that.
I don't know.
Because we're live.
I'm kind of a team player with that too. So, all right. I don't know what that means, but let's move on.
You'll take one for the team.
That's all right. Yeah. Let's move
Will
on.
it and its truth.
Moving on.
Moving on.
along.
Thanks. That's a nice discussion. Thank you.
Yes,
Thanks,
it was.
Elsie.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for indulging me. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's what improv is. It's indulging one another. So what do you what do you want to do? We're it's up to you.
Heralds.
No,
That's very.
No, that's long, right?
yeah, we're not
Unless you
doing
have to
Heralds.
learn it.
Does it necessarily have to be long?
We're not doing Heralds.
You have to learn
You can't do it
the
in an
process.
instant like
No.
that. No.
Yeah, and yeah.
I mean,
let's do
What do you
karaoke.
want
I'm
us
just
to do,
kidding.
Tom? Make us do something.
I don't know. We're 47.
Improvise
We're
karaoke.
47 minutes in.
Improvise karaoke.
Nagchikan lang tayo.
How about
I think we
how
needed.
about a monologue?
Sorry, Tom.
Oh
I think
my
we needed
gosh,
to debrief from
monologue.
our earthquake
I
experience.
believe me, I get it. That's why I haven't said "shut the fuck up." I haven't said that.
It was pretty strong at 6.7
Okay.
magnitude.
All right.
Let's
Okay.
plan.
Enough
Let's
about the
plan.
goddamn earthquake. Okay.
Let's plan Tom's visit to Manila then.
Yeah. Do
This
that
is a
tomorrow.
meeting.
Can
I'm
we
just
at
kidding.
least
Yeah,
we
great,
at least
great.
do
You've had
one
three-
round of scenes?
Yeah, sure. You've had
Tom's
3 days.
carousel.
You've had 3 days of rain and an earthquake. Yes, I can't wait to get to Manila. Please.
Not during this time. During summer.
What's second prize? 2 trips to Manila? I mean, my God. I'm just kidding. I'm just really.
It's like being in Tokyo Olympics with COVID.
It's no better here. It's no better here.
No, Tom, we just look really bad in the news. But when you're here, like, how can you explain so many expats deciding to live here?
Donald Trump.
No,
Have you tried
we have a
San
lot
Miguel
of things
beer?
going for us.
Tom,
Why
have
we're still
you
here?
tried?
I
have
agree
tried
with you.
San
I
Miguel
agree with you.
beer?
I was just kidding. You know, I'm just kidding.
No, there's one good reason, M. It's dollars. Convert to peso. It's a great thing.
Plus, Filipinos, like, don't you just love us? And
I
we're
do.
just
I do.
of representing the country, right?
I do. I wish I could just grab you all and drag you over here.
We can all arrive by FedEx crates.
Okay, so do you want more therapy or you want to do some improv? It's up to you guys.
Improv therapy, yay!
Improv. Let's please
Carousel.
play improv.
Tom's carousel.
Improv.
We're gonna conquer the world one pedicure at a time. So
Okay.
guys, I think it's
Say hi. Say hi, my love. Say
So,
hi.
what do you want to do? Do you want to do scenes with you guys, or do you want to do scenes with me, or you want to try to do both? I don't know if we have time to do both.
Try to do both. If it's okay with you.
I don't care.
With the
It's all right with me. It's just me and my puppet today, so it's okay with
nice.
me. So
Me and my puppet.
yeah,
Hello,
So-
Tom's puppet.
yes, that's Kyle.
I can
Puppet.
Yeah,
Kyle.
okay. All right, we can try that.
Okay.
So what I was gonna say, puppets. Matt is watching. That's so funny. That's of
Who's
all the Matt, this guy here, this of all the people to be watching right
Oh,
now.
hi, Matt.
Matt
Hello,
Trivia,
Matt.
who's running the
Curvia.
Orlando Comedy Festival in October. I will be teaching a workshop at the Orlando Comedy Festival in October. And of all the people to be actually watching right now, Matt, Mr. Puppet, this guy is so cool. He's such a cool, fun guy. He's he did some really cool stuff with us. Way about months ago, we did a puppet thing online. It was really fun, and I'm glad you're here, Matt. Good to see you. Wow, that's a surprise.
Hello, Matt.
Of all people, for me to grab a puppet for no reason and Matt's watching. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go down the line.
We have a viewer, guys. Finally.
We'll take care of that. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, before we do it, let's just think about a couple of things I was going to mention, which are, where are the things I was going to mention? You know me and my things. Repetition, use it. Colorful language, use it. Specificity, use it. Remember the role of randomness and chaos. Use them. Don't be afraid. If you do these things, you will be doing improv without even trying. Okay, now we can start. Now that I've had my say. All right, there we go. Let me get rid of the names so we won't use them. Go ahead.
You are just so good at what you do without even trying.
Well, I'm trying.
Well, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, you're natural.
I know, but you're saying I don't try. You say that I don't try. I try, Kevin. I try. You know, I give everything. I give everything I have. I give everything. Everything. I give. You know what I give?
I know, Marlon.
Do you know what I give?
Yes.
What?
Your passion and your talent.
No. Everything. I give everything. What do I give, Kevin? What do I give?
Nothing.
Everything.
Yes, and you get nothing in return.
Of course I get nothing in return. Don't try.
How can I make it up to you?
Don't try. I don't try.
Tell me, do you want a trip to Manila? Do you want a
That's
buffet?
not going to help. That's not going to help.
Ice cream.
No, you can't just give me things, Kevin. You can't just buy me. What about you? I mean, you don't try. I've never seen you try.
Well, I'm the son of this company, the owner of this company, and I don't need to work at all. That's why we hired you.
That's why you have the same name as the company?
Mm-hmm. Isn't it obvious?
No, I thought one day you realized there was a company that had the same name as you, and you said, I should probably work there.
Well, the mere fact that I'm not really working, although I'm quote unquote working, doesn't it say a lot?
I just thought, I don't know. So I try, and it doesn't look like I'm trying, and you don't try at all, but you succeed, is what you're saying.
Yes. That's what you get if you're born with a silver spoon.
Okay.
I can give you a silver spoon. That's what I should do.
You know, silver's a heavy metal. You realize you could get sick with keeping a silver spoon in your mouth.
I don't care if you're sick as long as you stay in our company. We need you.
I'm here for you, man. I'm here more than I ever was. Now that I know who you are and what little you do, you need me.
Exactly. And for that,
I'm
you'll
willing
get a
to
golden
give.
spoon.
Yes. Well, it's also heavy metal, but I'm willing to give. I don't know if you know what I'm willing to give, but I'm willing to give it. Do you know what I'm willing to give?
Oh, I know. Wow. I know talent when I see one, and you've got it.
This one word, Kevin. Just say the word. What do you know that I'm willing to give? You know I'm willing to give.
Power.
No, everything. Shit.
Can you be honest with me, Ralph?
Sure, man.
Did you eat my last piece of? Yeah.
Nice shirt.
Oh, thanks.
Nice shirt. Nice threads, man.
Thank you. It's a souvenir from.
I don't care. I just say nice threads. You know, you don't have to tell me where it's from.
Did you eat my last piece of Toblerone?
Is that the triangular stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I did.
Did you like it?
I was trying to work out if there could possibly be more than 180 degrees in a triangle. So I just kept cutting it, and no matter how much I stuffed it in my face, I couldn't get more than 180 degrees in any of them.
The last time you ate my Hershey's bar and you took all the almonds and left the chocolate.
You're welcome.
So are you now studying rectangle as well?
No, I'm on to spheres now. Round ball things, because that's 360 degrees. None of your stupid 180-degree triangles.
Maybe I should lock the fridge.
I think you just don't appreciate geometry.
What's your theorem?
My what?
Theorem.
Oh, my. X equals your Toblerone, because it's your X Toblerone.
You mean you compare your ex-girlfriend to my chocolate bar?
Well, she had more angles than a triangle, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Honey, we're pregnant.
We are.
Yes.
Us.
Finally.
Yay. Yes, finally. I've been trying for less than a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Are
came out. That was a lot quicker than
are
I
why
thought.
why with that face, honey?
What? Hey, this face is going to be inside you soon. There's going to be another one of these coming.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. What do you mean it's okay?
Oh,
Of course it's okay. What do you mean it's okay?
yeah, it's okay. We will manage this, okay?
Wait. But when I tell you that you're going to get another one of me, you tell me it'll be okay. We'll manage.
No, I mean this pregnancy. We will do it together.
Haven't we already done it together? Isn't that how? Am I?
I know
What more do I need to do? Let me write this down.
I know the responsibility of having children again.
Do okay. Oh,
Yeah, we'll have twins.
okay.
I know it's kind of like a shocking thing.
It is.
but
What am I? What do you need me for? I mean,
Of course, I need you. You're the father of my
I know that. I know.
children,
I
and
know,
you're
but
my
from now until
husband.
okay, no, stop.
Okay, calm down.
What tasks do I do? What do I do? I mean, I know what you do. You throw
We
up
are
and suffer and
partners.
complain.
We are. I know I complain much, but
Well, I mean,
I just want to express, but it's nothing that like.
what is it
It's
that
not-
I'm supposed to do? If we're pregnant, what do I do? I'm
You're
just curious. I just want to know.
you're the half of the share.
I get it, but what use am I at this point?
Everything. I need everything of you.
I don't. I get it's sweet, but do I
Honey.
need to go to a store or something, or is there paperwork, or
You-
I mean, I think you pretty much got this from here. I mean,
Yeah.
I think you pretty much got this. I think
So
I
you're
don't.
leaving me? So
No,
you're leaving
I'm not going anywhere. No,
Oh,
I just
oh, oh.
want to know what you want from me to do,
Let's support each
to
other.
be pregnant. Support.
Let's support
Okay.
each other.
Okay, support.
Okay.
How would you like me to do that? How would you like me to support each other? Like
Just
emotionally,
be with me. Just be with me in everything.
But I already did that when you weren't pregnant. So
So
how is this different? I want to know how I'm pregnant.
well, this is your child too.
I get that. I get that. And when you pop that sucker out, I'll be there. But between now and then, what is my Roll exactly.
You
That's all I'm
lead
asking.
you lead me.
Stop. Yeah. I think what you're looking for is a life coach.
What?
A life
We're,
coach.
are we going to a divorce?
No.
Oh
No.
no! Oh no!
Just a life coach. Just someone to, to coach
No,
your
no!
life.
I need you.
To do
I need
what?
I to love me. Duh! How
I
to
already
love you?
do.
To love you too.
I already love you. God damn
So
it.
so what? What are you like overacting about?
I just want a simple answer.
So funny. Okay, I'll make dinner. What do you like?
That's all I wanted to know.
So I heard you're new here. So I'm just gonna give you some pointers, okay, before you do anything crazy, because I've heard a lot about you, and I want to establish a certain standard already.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Is it because I'm a female? Is it because I'm a female that you feel you need to explain things more to me? Is that it? You need to
That's precisely
explain
it.
things more to me because I'm just dense and slow. Because is that what it is? Because if that's what it is, I just want it stated clearly.
Hey, woman, you have to understand. It's something that you don't understand, and let me explain things to you first before you start making any
Hey
judgment.
woman. Hey woman. Hey woman.
Yeah, because that's your name. That's your given name in the application form that I received.
I don't. It's not. I don't. I don't know whether I'm a good fit with this organization already. I mean, I'm empowered. I don't know if you know that.
And you're already acting like a woman, being so fickle-minded. How typical of you. You accepted a job and then you want to quit after a day? That's
Oh, I'm
how a
not
woman
quitting.
like.
I'm not quitting. Quit?
Oh,
Oh no, I'm not quitting. Oh no. Oh no.
but you were just saying that you weren't a good fit. That's so women-like. Women. I'm just gonna spit there just to show you how manly I am. Because
That
we
that
men spit.
that is rather manly. I have to admit, it's a little bit of a turn on. I gotta admit,
How you doing, huh?
I'm actually doing fine. And I know you didn't ask
Uh,
whether I'm busy Thursday night, but in case you were going to, I can cancel
yeah. See
or
what I
not.
just did there?
Um,
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 I just made you feel like crap, and then here you are coming on to me. Women. But I'm just going to, because be going to be very careful and respect you, right? So why don't you sit here and I'll make you some coffee.
oh no, I'll make you some coffee.
Go.
Jump.
What? What?
Just jump.
Just jump.
Jump.
Okay, I wasn't. I don't have to jump. I can. I can probably solve this without doing anything that drastic. Let me get back in. Let me get it off the ledge. Let me get back in the building. Okay, I can stop. I didn't think you were going to ask me to jump.
There's nothing for you here. Everything's done. She left you. He left you. You don't have a job. Jump.
How much do I pay you for
Not
therapy?
enough, apparently.
I mean,
Not enough.
they called you to come down here and talk me off this ledge.
Yeah. That's I guess. I don't.
You realize when you talk someone off a ledge that you're trying to talk them into climbing off the ledge, not jumping off the ledge?
Uh, yeah, that is the.
I mean, I
that
was
is
overly emotional, and here I am standing out
that
here
is
on
the
this ledge,
idea.
and I don't really want to be overly emotional, and I want to go back inside now. But now, I
You
don't
don't
want to
have to.
jump. What?
You don't have to. You can just jump. You can end your life. No one can stop you. That's total freedom. You're dead.
That's,
Right?
is that freedom?
I guess so.
Is
You
it?
can
I
just
mean,
jump.
just
Kill yourself.
okay.
It's the best.
I have a
Total
thought.
power.
I have a thought. I'm gonna get off, and I'm gonna help you
Ah,
free yourself.
that's disappointing.
Disappoint. I know. You know the best way to deal with disappointment, don't you? Let me get off the ledge here.
I wanted to see. A burst head or some blood splatter at least today. What a boring day this is.
You can make it exciting. Just climb out here.
Right.
Climb
When you
and
jump,
no, you go first.
I don't have that problem, or do I?
I think you do.
Or
I
do
think
I
you
have
do.
a problem?
But it's not for me to say. But
You think I have a problem?
I think
You think I have a problem?
I think this would be one way to find out.
You think I should jump?
I think. Well, should is a tough word. I just think
Do you
it's an
really want me
option
to
to
jump?
explore it. Explore it. Explore the unknown.
You know what? If I jump,
Yeah.
jump, that's the end of that,
Yeah.
right?
You know,
No
I
more
feel
Mr.
better.
Light.
I feel better. I feel good. Thank you.
Stella, babe, it's just a label.
What?
I mean, what's gonna change? It's just a label.
What's just a label?
You know, I'm not ready for a relationship, babe.
Okay, I'm still stuck on the label.
I mean, I give you what I can. It's not like I'm not trying. What's gonna change? I call you every day. I care about you.
You are like that rotating blade on a sawmill, and I'm like a log that's being pushed through that blade, and I'm being cut in half, and little pieces of me of sawdust are just flying all over the place. And part of me wonders, I mean, am I just being destroyed and turned into sawdust, or am I being molded into something that can be used to build something?
Stella, darling. You always overthink things. I mean, we're having fun, aren't we?
Yeah, but I need to know when I'm cut into boards, what are you going to build me into? What am I going to be? 2x4s?
That's the thing. I don't know what's in store. Who does? I don't even have a job now. I mean,
So I'm just random lumber to you. I'm just lumber. I'm just lumber.
what's with all this lumber thing?
I'm lumber.
It's not,
I'm wood. I'm just hunks of wood to you. I'm just a hunk of wood. I'm just a hunk of sawed up wood.
so what? Do you want to leave me now? Just because I can't give you. I'm sorry.
No, no. I don't ever want to leave you. What would I do?
This is hard for me too, you know. I do want to give you what you need, but I'm just
I'm-
not ready. It's too official. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I like you a lot. I care about you. Don't you feel that?
You're sawing me into stumps. I'm going to be a stump. I'm going to be a stump, a stubby stump of wood, of cheap wood. And then who's going to want me?
Baby, that breaks my heart.
Wow. Well, glad I could touch you in some way.
You do. I don't know. It's just that. Do you want to know the truth?
No! No, I don't want to
Then-
know the truth. If I wanted to know the truth, I wouldn't go out with a guy. The last thing I've ever wanted from you is the truth.
Hmm.
I hate the truth. You like
Then-
the truth? You like the truth?
No, I hate it too. That's why I don't
Good.
want labels.
No more truth between us. No more truth.
Yeah.
Right?
And yes. And
So we're like a lie. We're like one big lie, one big wooden lie. Let's just do that.
yeah, but a lie that has lots of fun at least.
Exactly. That's the best kind of lie.
So we're good.
Just never, ever stop lying to me. And I'll never, ever stop lying to you.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm a whole log again now.
I love you, babe.
Love you too.
Uh, yeah. Sorry about your leg, Junjun.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Nothing.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, you're happy
It's
about
good.
it.
No, I'm not. It's fine.
Just fine.
Move on. Just move on. Move on to some other thing. Just move on. Forget about it. Okay?
It's so easy for you to move on, but
Easy for me to move on.
hard.
With what you did to my leg, it's not easy for me to move anywhere.
You
Move on.
you have crutches, everything, emotional crutch, mental crutch.
Real crutches.
It's just it's just physical. It's
I
just
don't want to
physical.
talk about it. I don't want to forget it. Forget it. It's okay. Don't feel guilty.
I do feel I still talking won't fix it.
No,
Junjun.
it won't. No, it won't. Wait. Talk. Say something. Say anything. Just say something. Talk. Say something. Any words.
Junjun.
Wait. No. Didn't fix it.
can't-
Didn't fix it. Didn't fix it.
No.
Still there. Still the same. Talking didn't fix it. Next thing. Move on.
Then let's.
How's business? How's your business going?
Well,
Let's talk about you. Let's talk about something positive, something good. You know, I mean, my leg. Forget that. Who wants to talk about that? Talk about your business. How's your business? How's it? How's the store? How's everything going?
I'm
It's
sorry.
my leg.
Yes. Yes, of course it's your
You
leg.
did this.
I did it. I did it.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's
I
why
don't
you
talk
need
about
me now. Like, you need me now.
Oh
You'll
yeah,
be
I
needing me
do.
now.
I do.
I'll be your
now.
crutch. I
No,
am your
I
crutch
don't
now.
want you to be
I
my crutch.
am.
I want your leg.
You want my
I
leg?
want your leg. I want your leg. I think that's fair. Eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, leg for leg. I want your leg. I think it's fair. I want your
Fine,
leg.
fine, fine. Take both. Take both. Here.
I don't need it both. I don't need a set. I just need one. It's going to be shorter than the other one was anyway.
I thought you're fine with asymmetry.
Radial asymmetry, not linear asymmetry. God. Damn.
That's too much math confuses me. I
Okay, Noah. Why are you building this big ark?
Well, I built the small one. And I'm going to tell you, if you just want to save like cockroaches and lizards, I got a small one out back. But we're going to need something bigger for bigger animals.
Yeah. What kind of animals do you want to go inside?
Animals that don't throw up when they get seasick.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I've given this a lot of thought.
How about snakes? They don't throw up.
I don't think snakes drown. I think they swim.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, I think they can. I think they swim.
Besides weird.
I mean, I don't think they swim like you and I swim because they don't have the. But I mean, I think they swim in the water.
Okay.
So we no snakes, no snakes.
Who said that you can build this? Am I going inside your what you call this ark?
Hey, I've got a permit. All right, I've got a permit from God.
Wow!
Yeah.
So you're what? You're a fallen angel.
No, I'm Noah, bitch. I'm Noah. Noah. Yeah, I'm going to be mentioned in that big book. My name, by name. It's not just going to be that guy.
I do not permit this building of the ark because I am the mayor of this town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Guards, destroy the ark.
Don't touch that. Don't touch my ark.
I'm touching it.
God, you know what God's going to do? He's gonna smite you. He's gonna smite.
I'm gonna smite you.
You're gonna be smitten and stricken down. And
whatever. I'm going to call the lions, the tigers, the dogs, the werewolves.
Fine. I got room for them all. I got room. I don't know how, but we'll stack them in there.
You're delusional. You're building this ark for what? It's a dry land. It's so dry. The land is so dry.
It's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain. Oh,
it's gonna rain.
I have a permit from God, and it's gonna rain.
Oh, mock me, ye of little faith. Mock me. Go ahead. Mock me.
Mock me.
Yeah. The dove will appear someday with an olive branch. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and you'll be too busy going, help me.
I have a life. I have a what do you call this? I have a will to when it's rain. I can go inside. No.
Okay.
Look, you're delusional. God is not. No. I speak to God. He said, "Hey, Mayor, get rid of this ark because it costs a lot of money, taxes and whatever."
Yeah. Well, I spoke to God too. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
I stood in line, took a number. When I finally got there, I saw the person who let me in, and I filled out the application. I got the approval. That bitch is floating. You can either be on it or not.
Oh my God, it's raining.
Yeah. Yeah. Gonna leave you behind with all the other snakes. Hmm. Okay. Back to where we started. Right? Yes. Are we there? Yes. Did I forget something? Okay. There we go. There we are.
What about else? Are we done?
Yeah, he's done.
I done.
Right.
I'm done. I'm done. I did my.
Good job.
Sorry. I was like, okay.
Okay.
I love the
sorry.
Bible improv, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Ang galing! Beautiful!
I love the it takes a man to spit.
Mock.
Yes.
Actually, Tom, I have a. Sorry,
Yeah.
Josh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, actually, I just have one question on that. Remember our scene, Tom?
Yes, I do.
I was kind of scared to continue because maybe I was already out of line.
Out of line.
Because I don't know. I was already downgrading women. I'm a woman. It shouldn't matter. But then, is that what will people? I'm afraid to get people offended in what I say as a man. Is that okay? Do you continue? Do you pull back a little bit?
I would continue. I mean, you're not.
It's your character.
What you're doing is you're being a guy who is the biggest idiot there is, and you get to show people what an idiot he is. So the more. I mean, if I were to do it, well, no, it would still work because everybody would know that it's so over the top that I'm showing an idiot, that I'm mocking, that by my stupid character mocking women, what I'm really doing is mocking the guy who would do that.
Right.
So that works. You should never have to apologize for that.
Okay.
George
Yeah.
wants to get in again.
Okay. Did I do that?
No, he was left by the ark.
I was in the ark.
Well, every story has an arc. Any other things? Thoughts? I know, John. Yes.
Joy, go ahead.
I just
Yes.
super love the Bible the Noah and the May versus Mayor.
Yeah. In regards to
Sobra.
that's in regard,
I was
how
laughing.
that is very entertaining. Question is how much of the original story? Oh,
What's that?
what was
I don't
that?
know what that was. Say it again.
Sorry. How much of the original story, if your skeleton is already a fixed narrative like the Bible, for example, like Bible stories, how of the original do you keep and how do you go crazy about it?
It changes every time. I mean, I don't always. I shouldn't say that. There are formats. There are long form formats where it's perfectly fine. What's happening? Where it's perfectly fine to do stuff like that. Pull stuff that's from outside and put it in and portray something real in a way. When it happens, I just try to be a regular person in it. How would an average jerk, even an average jerk of today, behave in that situation? So, is it really about Noah and the ark, or is it about this guy and that guy? That just happens to be talking about. Happens to be a guy named Noah. Happens to be an ark. So there's different ways to play it. Personally, I would play it more as characters involving one another rather than trying to constantly recreate a story. Although there's nothing wrong with doing it that way. It's not what we're doing necessarily. We're not doing randomness necessarily when we do that, but maybe we are. I don't know. Maybe it was the first thing that popped into somebody's head, and that's random, and that works because you don't know where it's going to go. So I take that back. That is random.
All right. Okay.
It's improv.
Absolutely. Why not? Anything else?
Yeah, me, Tom, I have one. You've played with us for a couple of times already. Do you have any individual notes for us to
Oh,
remember for the next scene?
Yes, please.
here's what I'll do. I mean, a funny thing, because I've got an in-person class that meets on Wednesdays, and this coming Wednesday, I promised them to do that. I told them all that I'm giving them individual notes,
Nice.
which is nice every once in a while. Why not let me think about it rather than come up with it in a minute, because that's not really useful.
Okay.
But the next time you ask me, I'll know the answer to that question, whether it's next week or whenever I see you again. I'll have the answer to that.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's fine. And it's just my own take, and it changes. So
Yeah.
depending upon whether I'm in a good or a bad mood.
I enjoyed your scene with LC. It's like you switched roles in between.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it needed that. It was
Yep.
he was extremely dominating, and I was
Yep.
extremely low status. So which is fine, but it couldn't go on. Just keep being that. It had something had to change. So it was cool that he realized that too and accepted that. So yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
What if your partner doesn't accept a change that you're trying to inject? Do you keep on pestering? Do you keep on trying to interject that change on him? Since if you're the one who's experienced, or you're noticing that it's going on for too long without any change, and you're injecting that change, what if he doesn't want it, or that person doesn't want to change? What can you do?
Well, if you're doing this live in person, I'll give you there's two answers. The first answer is don't play with that person again.
Oh.
That's simple, What if the catcher keeps dropping every ball that you pitch? I'll get a new catcher. But the other thing is, if you're live, if you're on a stage, there are a lot of things you can do, and that work. If you and I were on stage and I was trying to get something across to you and it wasn't working, I would just walk away from you, turn my back on you, walk away to the complete other side of the stage and not engage with you, completely disengage with you. And that would affect your character, and it would also affect you a little bit. You would wonder what the hell is going on. So now it's like a reset button. Now you eventually will be upset by the fact that you're not getting anything out of me. I'm just standing there doing something else with my back turned. And so now it's up to you to walk across the stage and re-engage with me. And when that happens, you've lowered your status. You're now the follower. Now you're begging, me to pay attention to you. So that's one thing that you can do. Another thing you can do is to start yelling at them. Why not? Just tell them exactly what you're thinking. The hell's the matter with you? I've been trying over and over and over again to let you know that you're not going to push me around anymore, you know. But ultimately, if it happens more than twice, just find another partner.
So it's just
You can you
just
can give it
intertwined.
up, right, Tom? You can give it up, right?
Give what up?
What if he doesn't respond? Give it up. You
I don't understand. You can give what
like
up?
LC was asking if the partner doesn't reply or follow your path. What I can do is to give it up, right?
You mean that kind of give it up?
Give
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
No.
kind, yeah.
Well,
You
it
can just
depends.
go, I give up.
Depends if you have the it to give up. If you're already low status and your partner won't go down, how do you give up low status? It's the only way to do it is to demand high status somehow by walking away, by shouting, by somehow changing the dynamic between you.
Can you sink deeper and become lower?
You can, if it's possible, you
Mhm.
can. Certainly,
Mhm.
absolutely. If it's possible.
If it's
If
possible.
you're already groveling on the ground, crying and weeping and begging, there's not much lower you can do. You know.
Yep.
So, um, uh, like I say, it all seeks its level, and you'll find that sometimes there are people when they walk out on the stage, you hesitate to walk out with them. Not many, but there's some that's like, this is not going to go well. I'm just going to be manipulated by this person. This person's going to have an idea, and he or she will keep going and until I fall in line with their idea, and I'm just a two-dimensional plaything that they're using to get their idea across. And I could be anyone. They just need a puppet, and I don't want to necessarily always be that. So when someone is like that, it's good to encourage them to take up something else other than improv.
Yep.
And the way to do that is they will eventually get the hint, but every time they walk out on stage, nobody goes out with them.
Yeah.
What else can you do? Or if you are in a troupe, a director will spot that and will talk to them and say, this is what's happening. This is what you have to do. That's partly the director's job. It's not like being a film director where, a lot of people who are film directors aren't necessarily managing actors, telling them how to act. A lot of it is they already know how to act. Maybe you do a couple of things to get the best out of them, but really you're more of a big picture person, and you're not there to teach acting and to make sure that the leading lady gets along with the leading man.
Yep.
But in improv, that's kind of your job. Okay, let's just go through. Let's do the thing. We'll start here, as we always do.
It's hard to improv after a quake, but I enjoyed it. Thank you.
I'm sure. Joy, anything?
I enjoyed the incorporation of the Bible stories with the improv. I didn't know that like it would really be this fun. I was so happy. Thank you for making my day. And
Okay.
I'd like to
Next week,
apologize.
New Testament. Okay.
Revelations.
I want to play. I want to play
Let's
Jesus.
let's multiply loaves and fishes.
I love
Multiply
that.
wine.
I would love to have an improv of that
Affiliated
again.
one.
That would be funny. That would
Yeah.
be funny.
We ran out
I
of
want
beer.
loaves.
Jesus, drink one.
I want loaves
Divine,
and fishes.
divine comedy.
Chrissy, what do you got?
Thank you.
No, I'm just noticing how comfortable we've gotten with each other already, and I'm enjoying everyone's company this gloomy Saturday. Thank you for playing with me.
Oh, yeah. It's dark here too, but then it's very late at night. Elsie, what do you got?
Yeah, I realized that improv takes a lot out of a performer. You're not just the actor; you're also the instant writer, and you're also the instant director of yourself.
Uh-huh.
So it really is a big ball game when you consider those options, and I mean those things. And I am greatly challenged, and it really helps me a lot. So thank you again, guys. And I'm with Joy here. I would really love to do a divine comedy act.
Wow. Think about that. That's a good idea. But what you just said about being the director and the writer and the actor, I was telling that sort of thing to my class this past Wednesday, mentioning to them that the hard part of this, we were doing very intensive scenes with very dim red light, just to keep people intense. And I mentioned, and one of them mentioned, that yeah, they were really very lost in their scene. They really got very lost and carried away by their scene. And I mentioned to them that that's wonderful, except you can't get carried away. You have to. There has to be some little part of you that's thinking of the strategy, particularly when you're doing longer scenes. You have to be. You can't just be. It's like being a surfer. You can't just go anywhere the wave pushes you. You've got to somehow, at some point, say, I'm going that way. Even though it is the wave that's doing all the moving. So that's the hard part of knowing when to be aware and to strategize and to play the game and know what the next move is and when to be the chess pieces. That's hard. To keep that little pilot light on in your head that keeps you from getting so lost that you forget that this is improv and there are things that need to be done. Okay, what do we got? We've kind of swapped around here. Em, I think it's you. Yeah.
Well, it's always such a treat to be playing with Tom and this group. I now that it's down to once a week, I hope you don't get tired of our faces. We kind of grab the spot when it's on. Unless you want to impose rules, I don't know. Expect us to be like grabbing.
I can always put little Post-it notes on the screen over your faces.
Bad for 2 weeks or whatever. Like
this is the bunch is quick to fill out the names.
Can we try it now?
So even if it comes on at 3 a.m. and then like, oh, there's
isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? I try to be so conscious of what time it is there.
No,
so and Andy is the one sending things out at 4:30 in the morning. Okay, sign up. It's like, what? Who's gonna sign up?
Some of us don't keep regular hours.
Well, I know, but for me, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. It's no big deal. But I would never do that to you. I would wait until it was daytime. Before
a good time.
Yeah.
We're not polite like that.
Yeah,
okay, so that's it. My takeaway would be just really be in the moment, like earthquake or no earthquake. Just do it.
Yeah. Josh, what do you got?
It's a
doesn't have to be profound. Doesn't have to be profound.
It makes creative. Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've said exactly that. Okay.
Sure.
We got you. We know exactly what you're thinking, and we hate you for it. Michael, what do you got?
I have a question.
Oh, shit. All right.
Sticker on the face. Sticker on
No,
the face.
To the
Michael.
puppet.
What's
To the
the
puppet.
question?
Yeah. What's
Kyle can answer.
I'd like to ask for two things. What's your take in practicing improv solo and solo improv?
Uh, oh, boy.
Solo improv.
Did you ask the wrong guy? I'm the wrong guy to ask
Oh.
that. I
Why?
hate the idea of solo improv. I hate it.
Uh,
I
that's your
hate
take.
it. It's like, oh God, if I see I'm sorry, you got the
It's a
wrong person.
monologue.
I really,
Yeah.
it's like, wow, he's doing solo improv. I wonder how he knew what he was about to say next.
It's the monologue.
Look at how his characters sort of mesh. They seem to know what the plot is. How did they do that? Because it's one guy. That's why.
Duh.
Ah. Oh God, no! I'm sorry. I do believe that there are things you can do on your own to get better at
Yeah.
doing improv.
Yeah.
Lots of them.
Oh.
Lots of them. First of all, find people that you know who are quirky or weird and interesting in some way, or just observe people and either write down or get their their traits and their characteristics and all that, so that you can mimic them. Think of people that you're related to, or that you like, or that you don't like. There's a lot of things you can do. You can practice. You can practice specificity. You can think of things like that. You can practice ways of using colorful language. Write stuff down.
Yeah.
Write down a phrase and think of 20 different ways of expressing that same thing, but colorfully.
Ah.
There's a lot of things
Wow.
you can do. You can read my book by yourself.
Yep.
That's easy to do.
Yep.
No, seriously, you can.
I've downloaded it. I just haven't gotten around to
Yeah, don't worry about it.
sitting down and
Yeah. There's an audio version of it too, in case you just can't stand being away from my voice. All right, so that, I mean, but there's plenty of things you can do. And for yourself, if you want to do solo improv, just don't invite me, because I just hate it.
Yes.
I think it's like
Yes.
doing a Facebook Live, Michael. Like talking to yourself, looking at yourself.
It's a little self-indulgent as far as I'm concerned, but some people
Yeah.
think, wow, it's brilliant. I mean, if you're going to be by yourself, get a puppet, get a puppet. There you go. Now you're not alone anymore.
Hi, Kyle.
There you go, Kyle. Good. And George, what do you got?
I want a puppet.
Yeah.
For me, I really enjoy watching scenes where you really see that the improvisers build the scene brick by brick, rather than one coming with an entire house. So I really enjoy that. That really
Yeah.
works. I'm grateful for the space that you provided for us, Tom. This is like our Noah's Ark. I mean, despite the things that has happened recently, the storms and the earthquake and the world situation, this is what's saving us from insanity and helping us continue to develop ourselves. So we're thankful for that. Thank you, Tom.
Wow. If I'd known I was being helpful, I would never have done this.
I shouldn't have said that.
That's it. We used to have an improviser. We used to have a really, really great, funny improviser down in Miami, who was one of the main people down there. He was just wonderful, and he had it was his little catchphrase. Whenever anything in a rehearsal or anywhere would go the slightest bit wrong, he would just clap his hands and shout out, "That's it! Show's canceled!" And so for you guys, show's canceled. We're done. Before I cause another earthquake.
It's like Annika.
Thanks,
Remember,
Tom.
remember, this is not fun. Okay, remember.
Thanks, Tom. I'm not going to say
Thank
anything.
you.
Don't say anything nice. Thank you.
We'll wait for your
Not say
notes.
Take care,
anything.
We'll
everybody.
wait for your
Have a nice
notes.
day.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Think
Okay.
about us.
Okay. Well, I will actually.